We are back, Large Cars and Guitars, Bristol, Tennessee. I'm here with my twin brother, Philip Couch. Y'all didn't know that, but here he is. We're long lost, and we're going to talk about this amazing truck that he brought here, Large Cars and Guitars.
Yeah, we're here this year with 99 Freightliner Classic. We call it New Testament. It's got a 500 Detroit with a 13-speed in it, stretched to a 300-inch wheelbase with suicide doors and 10-inch stacks. We built this truck last year. We only had 30 days in building it. We took it to Matt's. We brought it back. We tore the insides apart. 30 days later, we was at Large Cars last year with it. We drove it all year, worked it all year. We come back with it. And, we was going to go to Matt's again, try to up our beat a little bit. So we tore the motor apart. We redone the insides a little bit, redone everything under the hood. Went back up there with it this year, and the outcome and the love and the support that we've got with this truck is far beyond anything that I could ever imagine or ever realize. And, a lot of people says, I've done. I've never achieved nothing. God did it all. I just tell everybody the way it is. God's who helped me build this truck. And to this day, he still owns it. I just get the privilege of driving it up down the highway. I'm just truthful about it.
The name is definitely fitting for it. And you say y'all worked it. So what kind of work do y'all do?
We haul dump buckets, low boys, flatbed, van, trailer work. We running 15 trucks right now. We actually went and bought a few extra trucks. I'm looking to hire some drivers. We're trying to grow the business as the work precedes us too, as we get an ability to grow, and we just try to manage ourselves. Best advice, like I've told everybody, forget about everybody around you, forget about Joe Blow here or John Brown here. Worry about you and your business, and man, you can take it to the next level if that's all you concentrate on.
Man, that's words to live by right there in this industry. So you talk about you're hiring some drivers, man. Why don't you go ahead and let everyone know what kind of qualifications you look for, what kind of drivers, radius, all that stuff.
Buddy, we're looking for a clean MVR. We're looking for drivers that's not drug heads. We want you to be able to take a bath. We want you clean. That's what it is, because when you're going to customers, you got to show up who you are. And, of course, we show up in trucks like this. I own Peterbilts. I own other Freightliners. That's nice. And, when you show up, you got to be clean to who you are. And, man, we want people respectful. I don't want you pulling up somewhere and being all nasty, Being respectful, clean, that goes a long way in this industry. We're just looking for a good, clean MVR. Most time we look for people that live around in the Tennessee area. We run Kentucky, North Carolina, Georgia, Alabama. So we we're in the east part of Tennessee like we are here. We're about 3 hours from Bristol, where we live at in Robbins, Tennessee. So we run trucks in Chattanooga. I have trucks based out of Chattanooga and in the Knoxville area. So if you're anywhere in that area, it would always work. Even if you're outside of that a little bit, I have work goes to other places. So, it's basically just who wants to apply and who wants to be the man enough for the job. Because here's the thing, I won't ask the employee to do something I won't do, but I expect that employee to do everything I can do as well. It's that simple. If I'm going to be me, then you're representing me, so you got to be.
Man, I love that. How long you been in trucking, Philip, and how long has couch trucking been around?
Well, that's the story. I've been driving a truck my whole life. First time I ever drove a wheel of a semi, I was 13-year-old. My uncle threw me behind the seat and told me to go at it. Scared to death, but hey, he sat in the passenger seat, guided me through it, and hey, we made it. I didn't kill nobody, so it was a plus. But actually, I got my CDLs when I turned 22. I was wanting to get into it, so I finally got into it. So 7 years ago, I bought this truck. I leased on with everybody, tried the leasing thing, and that's the problem with leasing. Everybody wants to take advantage of the man out there trying to lease on. I just tell it the way it is. I don't care who I make mad. These companies, they want 30, 20, 23% of what you make. They want to charge it. To me, it's taking advantage of people. You don't need all that. We do leased on trucks too. We only charge 10%. So, don't tell me a big company can't do it, because I'm a small company and I do it. Couch Trucking, we've been in business now for almost 4 years. This is a truck we started with, and right now, like I said, we're running 15, and I just bought 4 more trucks, so we're looking to go up to about 19 trucks right here in the next little bit. We started this. It was one of those time that you lease on with somebody, and I guarantee you, people on the podcast and people that's been in this business, they know exactly what I'm saying about to be true. There's always those people you lease on to will shaft you out of money, and I was one of those guys. Man owes me a lot of money. I went home, what do I do next? He's not going to pay me. He ain't paid me now. He definitely ain't going to pay me. And I began to pray about it. God opened the door for me to open up Couch Trucking, and man, when I first started, everybody told me there's it's going to be 2 or 3 months before you get up going. And I'll be honest with you, 11 days from the day I started, this company was up and running. So you tell me God didn't open the door, that's a door open. And we just took it and we grow as He allows us to grow and do what we can do and treat people with respect. Because that's what this needs. That's what this industry's lacking right now, is respect for one another. You know, I remember back in the day when I was younger, you know, growing up, going trucking with my uncles and them, truckers showed truckers respect. We've lost that because of where the world's went to today. But, you know, just because it's what the world's went to, we can still be us and be respectful as truckers to one another and help each other, besides passing each other up on the road. Be a help to one another. You see a fellow brother trucker, help him out. But no, we don't do that. But it's time we get back to those old ways.
Man, you know, those are some really good points, Philip. And, you know, on our show, we talk about that stuff a lot. You know, I was a driver myself, drove for 10 and a half years, million safe miles under my belt before I got out of the truck. And when I left truck in 2018, you know, I started 2008, the differences that I saw, the way that we treated each other on the roads, you know, even in the truck stops, you know, all of that camaraderie, that brothership, that love that we have for one another, the understanding, it's just all gone to the wayside, it seems, you know, and there isn't those things out there. And that's what we try to bring with our show, is bring that back, show that, hey, there are all those ones that are out there, they still want to help each other, you know. And your lease program, that is an awesome example of fellow truckers trying to help each other, you know, because majority of these lease programs, you look at them as like a person who rents a home versus buying, right? All you're doing is helping someone else get to their dream, right? Exactly. And they're not usually out there for you to get to yours. So that's absolutely amazing stuff, Philip. What we do want to know is we want to know where everyone can find you. Give yourself some plugs, websites, social medias, all of that.
You can find us on TikTok under New Testament 99 _99, Instagram New Testament 1999, Facebook Philip Couch or Couch Trucking. Both of them has a page you can find us on. I think we even have a Google site that you can go on, pull us up, get my phone number. Welcome to reach out, touch me. Message me on any of it. I'll send you my number. I don't care a bit. You know, the thing of it is you know, there again, I won't put it out there. It's not about me, and that's what I want everybody to know. It's not about me. It's about a brotherhood, a family. And you can ask drivers. I got some of my drivers here with me now. Actually, my kids, they drive for me. A lot of my family do. My wife, she works in the department of the HR. She takes care of all that. And, you know, I've got people that's leased on with me, been leased on now almost as long as the company been going. And you ask them how happy they are, and they're happy. Why? Because, you know, we don't try to take advantage of you. You know, anybody that says you're going to get rich in this industry, they're lying to you first, start with. First thing foremost, put it where it's at. You're going to make a living, keep the lights on at home, keep the family fed. That's what this business is. It's just like any other job. But to me, it's not really a job. And if you work for somebody and you're doing something you love, it's not really like a job. It's more like having family time and having a good time. And that's what we do here at Couch Trucking. That's what we're built around. You know, we got one rule that's our main rule at Couch Trucking, and it's far beyond anybody else's rule in the whole wide world. Family first. That's what we're out here for. We're out here to work, to provide a living for our family. And if we can't be there for our family in time of need, what's the point of being out here on the road? So our number one rule is family comes first. Our second rule is don't lie, don't cheat, be who you are. I mean, that's the best rules that we could have as our company, and that's what we got to live our life on.
Man, that is some amazing stuff. Here y'all hear it from Philip Couch, founder and owner of Couch Trucking. If you live in the East Tennessee area and you're looking for a primo truck company to work for, preaches family first, wants you to survive, provide for your family, and be successful, you hit up Mr. Couch here. He just gave all the socials, and you might get lucky enough to drive an amazing truck like New Testament here, because you know what? Philip and his team, they're a testament to what this industry used to be and what it needs to be here in the near future. This is Pedro Potato signing out from Bristol, Tennessee. Large Cars Guitars 2025.